Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well, keeping out of mischief. Yes, I am back. Shocking, I know. It is like what is going on? Well, it's been a very eventful day, hasn't it? This reading is obviously a current events reading concerning the UK-US trade deal malarkey. And what a kerfuffle all that was. I turned it on because it was like, oh, we're going to do it at 3 o'clock. It's all going to be good and stuff like that. Now, allegedly, this is what I'm hearing on the grapevine. I don't know if this is true or not, but it sounds funny, so I'm sharing it because that's the sort of person I am. Allegedly, the reason why the announcement was delayed was because Trumpy Trump, stuttering Starmer went, okay, fine, we're going to do it, which seems interesting in itself to me. And that feels a bit off somehow to me, just energetically wise. Anyway, and they all went from London town all the way up to wherever Land Rover is, to stand there and stuff like that. However, allegedly, they gave the wrong address, even though they were there like a couple of weeks ago. They gave the wrong address to all the press people. Right? You would have thought they were got in convoy. Just follow him, and that would have been fine. No, so they had to wait for. Everybody turned up at the wrong factory, and so they waited to reach out to all these Muppets to then go to the right factory to then do the announcement. Allegedly. Anyway, so says it all, doesn't it, really? Says it all. Anyway, so let's have a look at this trade deal malarkey, which is interesting because there's no meat on the bone, is there? And I don't know what they were like, this trade deal, kind of what they were sorting out, especially when supposedly this has been going on for, what is it now, 10 years, 15 years, whatever? Quite a long time, allegedly, by all accounts. And yet this is all they've achieved. And we're still at the base rate of 10%. So what? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what have you actually achieved, lads? You know what I mean? It just seems as if, and what this is the feeling I'm getting, is that we just need a win from Stuttering Starmer. We just need a win. We'll agree with these things and we'll build up from there. Let's just agree to this and build up from there. Like, working people. So it's like, okay, fine. So, can we find out a current events reading? What's going on with this US-UK trade deal for Trumpy Trump and Stuttering Starmer for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative. And the other thing I noticed as I was watching on my phone was that isn't it amazing that who I assume, and I may be wrong, the dark creature, which I assume Snape is based upon from Harry Potter. Harry, you know him. Lord Mandelson was there. It's like, oh, he's so slimy. It's just, it's just. It's interesting how all the Americans didn't want to stand near him either, but kind of were forced to, and they were all kind of separate from him, all by himself there on the right hand side. It was just, go back, watch. There's a big old gap. Everybody else, the Americans were just scared of him. Anyway, allegedly. So, High Priestess. Ooh, good start. Yeah. So, High Priestess is obviously following your intuition, following all that kind of malarkey. The devil straight out, we should be worried. The details are not there. There's a reason why for that I've held off for a bit, mainly for the fact that I've Popey Pope, a new one. I was watching that as well. I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch a bit of history. So that's why there's a bit of a delay for me to do this one. However, I also found it funny that I've got so much. I haven't spoken to anybody. Indoors has gone out to play. So so I haven't spoken to anyone while I'm watching it. And you're the first people to like, flappy face. But I found it fascinating that there was this constant thing with Starmer where he was like, walking people. He was like, I was, we could have like slammed down the phone and we could have slammed doors and like, had a pout or anything, but we were adult and we were like doing like what we were supposed to be. Sat down, we're very calm, walking people. Well, don't. It's like, why are you repeating this? We could have slammed doors, but we decided to work together, walking people. It's like, there's a story there somewhere. Do you know what I mean? There's a story that is, but this doesn't feel good. This does not feel good. It's like good intentions, but it's like there's something amiss. King of Cups, there's the conflict. King of Cups feels surprisingly stuttering Starmer. This feels like the results, local elections, the conflict in his party. There's no wins. Things have to get faster. This is what I think. This is what he meant by we need to work. We need to double down, work faster and harder, and like go faster. And it's like, I think this is what it was. It's just agree to anything. Just agree to anything. But this devil card here is just yelling at me. Yelling kind of, this is not what it seems kind of energy. There is nothing of real substance here. 7 of matches, 7 of wands. There's the conflict with between the High Priestess, the intuition that we've got to get it done and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's this desperation, it feels like. And this perseverance to get it done. It's like, we just need to win, working people. Need to win, need to faster, stronger, harder. As if he's like the third missing member of Daft Punk. Stuttering Starmer, working faster, harder, working people. Hello. Sorry, just things falling on the floor. I'm having too much fun with my Daft Punk impersonation of Starmer. But yeah, this feels like there's nothing. It's just hot air. 2 of matches, 2 of wands. This is that now the plotting, planning, scheming. This is all smoke and mirrors. This is all, there's the betrayal. Yeah. This is all kind of I knew there was something wrong here. Hierophant, the rules and regulations, the law and order, all that kind of stuff. Hasn't been fixed yet. Planting the seed of opportunity. Yes, they've only, for goodness sake. They're such muppets. Oh, okay. There's nothing to worry about, lads and ladies. There's nothing to worry. There's nothing going on. It is absolute PR plebbery. It's absolute rubbish. And now they're going to put the work in to make it happen. So, just to clarify. So even though they've said, okay, we're going to reduce for the cars, that's an easy tick because we sell 100,000 cars. And so for the first 100,000, they're going to reduce it from 27% or 25% or whatever, 20 something percent tariff down to 10% for the first 100,000. But we only sell roughly 100,000 a year. So there's no real difference. you see what I mean? There is nothing apart from it's gone from 2% up to 10%. You see what I'm saying? We've not achieved anything. All these negotiations and like patting everybody on the back and stuff. There is nothing of substance here. There is nothing. Because now they've got to put the work in with the Eight of Pentacles, overarching energy, 10 of Cups. So they're trying to the celebration to try to get the well-being, the easy win of the 10 of Cups. But they haven't actually achieved anything. Oh, why? Why? What? Oh, dear. I just don't even, love. I don't even. What? What is this? What is this? What am I sensing? I'm going to go for the prediction deck for some reason. So what exactly is going on here with this UK deal? Oh, the other thing that I thought was interesting is the concept of this security thing. From what I can gather, but this seems to be a one-way street, I just sort of mention, right, is the example that I've found somewhere, even though there is no details that I could find publicly, while I was waiting an hour for new Popey Pope to come out to play, to change his wardrobe and stuff. You know what I mean? There was a while I was Googling, I was trying to find, there was nothing. So, which I thought was even funnier was that Stuttering Starmer didn't even have like 5 minutes of joy in his Land Rover after everything. No, like even God's spirit universe went, okay, that's enough of that. Let's go to Vatican City and sit out there for an hour. Let's just let the white smoke go. And they were in the middle of this thing and all that, like verify, BBC verify and all that crud. Which they weren't verifying anything because they had no data to verify with, which is its own special moment. And then, can you tell I haven't spoken to anyone all day about this? I've just been meaning to mention it. And then, just like, oh, we've just won. It's almost a win. And oh no, we've got to go. We've got to interrupt. Breaking news. Expensive graphics. Whoosh whoosh. We're now in Vatican City. We're ignoring everything. Ignore everything that's just happened. So we didn't even get the win. Even God's Spirit Universe went, okay, you can rein your bloody neck in now, mate. Shut up. Sit down, shut up. I found that very funny. So, couldn't even enjoy his win the way it should be. So, let's have a look about this. For some reason, I think it feels like 5 cards from this one instead of the full shenanigans. But it does feel like we cut the deck. Let's have a look. Disappointing outcome. Oh dear, I'd hate to say I told you that. Even God's Spirit Universe was like, that was just absolute rubbish. God, breaking news. Let's go and stare at a curtain for an hour and a half. Come on, lads, let's go. Oh dear. Excuse me. I do apologise. That just tickled. That may have tickled a little bit. That may. So, the support role here is this security thing that I'm a bit worried about. Which came from what I could gather, came from obviously COVID and stuff like that. Obviously the pharmaceuticals and antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. Most of it's produced in China, and so this is kind of a scenario where the UK basically becomes a facilitator, a supporter, and I think this is where this random ban lifting of ethanol is coming into play. So America ships over ethanol to then be produced into pharmaceutical stuff and then shipped back. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Because if I'm right in saying, I believe pharmaceutical companies are one of the exempt things, the tit for tat kind of malarkey of the trade unions, the trade deal, and this is part of it. So there is this security support coming from us to give the stuff to America, okay? Which is a clever idea, and it should have been done years ago if you think about it. But it's just one of those scenarios where I think that's going to be more trouble than it's worth. Taken by force. Oh, dear. Returns to normal. Heavy burdens. Oh, great. Overarching energy. Surveillance. It's a record. It's recorded. There is something, this may come out in a book, downgraded. Underlying energy. This feels to me is a continuation of what we were talking about in the first layer, to some extent. There is no win here. The taken by force feels more about kind of making a show of something that doesn't exist. Yeah, taking the agenda, trying to make it look like a win. Well done, me. Well done, Labour. Working people, and all that jazz. Trying to wring it dry as a win as much as possible. Hence the Ten of Cups, kind of like happy home. The celebrations underneath there, they're patting each other on the back and all that kind of stuff. But there's no substance to it. There is nothing. This is why it returns to normal. When the dust settles, I feel like tomorrow there'll be nothing for anybody to talk about. Nothing of value. You know, like I've literally covered everything that I could find, and there's very little, which says a lot, that was spoken about and what has been talked about and stuff like that. And it hence back to the heavy burdens. You know, Stuttering Starmer and Labour in general is back to where they started. There's no win here. They can't coast on this, which is what they were expecting. But there is some sort of leak coming. The surveillance and record that feels like there's a leak coming. There's some sort of like, insiders have leaked blah blah blah, kind of emails, blah blah blah, stuff, malarkey, blah blah blah. And the fact that I'd recommend, even though it's just like, it was painful to listen to his nasally, whacking purple, zippy kind of impersonation. And the people behind him, all standing there, who, should be working, whacking purple, that he was using as a backdrop, unfortunately. They look bored to tears from it. But it was just horrible. It's just the fact that he was even mentioning about, so, I even didn't watch my Arsenal game last night, so that I could talk to Donald. The fact he kept calling him Donald as well, which was like, ooh, smarmy. You could see him brown nosing. I know there was 3,000 miles between them, but there was definitely something on at the end of like Starmer's, nose. It's like, you need to get rid of that, mate. You got to, Donald this and Donald that and Donald. It's been a weird afternoon, can you tell? So this is, let's have a look at this outcome here, and then we'll get some other cards out as well. But I thought this is important. Nothing here feels like it needs to be clarified with the dinky deck, so that's why I'm moving straight. Oh, hold on, footnotes. Okay, this feels like it needs to be shuffled again. Maybe I'll get to the footnotes in a second. Hold on. Right, I've shuffled that. I've cut that. Right, footnotes. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Page of Cups. Oh, sorry, just realised that it's just glaring you out. Right, let's put the footnotes down here. There we go. Can you see them? All right. So the Wheel of Fortune is... This feels like the beginning of something that could potentially get to something good, right? Justice, this feels as if the other shoe hasn't dropped yet. He even mentioned it to Stuttering Starmer today. Can you tell I watched the whole sodding thing? Breaking news from Greatest Good Tarot. Whoosh, whoosh. This is what you missed. But the other shoe hasn't dropped yet. I feel like the fact that Stuttering Starmer mentioned in his kind of big, kind of celebratory kind of malarkey, in between him going, oh, we could have chosen to slam down the phone, and we could have chosen to slam the doors and storm out and flat. But we chose to be adult about it and fix it and sort it and be, all this rigmarole of rubbish. There is something here about, during that, he was talking about, because he was questioned by one of the press, what about, J.D. Vance and Trumpy Trump have all kind of mentioned previously about the fact that, what about freedom of speech and stuff like that? And they've been worried of freedom of expression over here, obviously, Human Rights Act. But I mean, all that kind of stuff. And Stuttering Starmer just repeated his same old rubbish, which was all about kind of, well, we've got a long history of freedom of expression, and it's like really good, and, we really should be proud of ourselves. Meanwhile, there's practically political prisoners still in prison right now for tweets. And it's like, oh, we are working people. It's like, you lying sot. You can't even get through this celebratory kind of lap you're trying to do here. I think this is the other shoe to drop. I think this is going to be a big rigmarole. And the Page of Cups is the feeble offer that Trumpy Trump has kind of thrown him kind of like stuff, and he's made this a big old thing. This is going to bite him right on the backside, Stuttering Starmer. It's almost like the details. I feel like this is where the devil is in the detail kind of thing. Because he's given so little, and there's a big old parade about this. I'm surprised he's not doing kind of like parades down the high street and stuff, on floats and celebrations and things. It's going to backfire. Because now Trump can go, well, what about freedom of expression online? This, that, and the other. Blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. And talk about it in that respect. I think this is, I feel like that's what this is. The Wheel of Fortune feels like it's on the wonk. It's more like here. It's kind of like coming up to the top. It's like the second shoe dropping. Anyway, outcome. Here we go. Six of Pentacles, back and forth. Lovely. A nice, positive first card. Like it. Okay? That's the aspiration. That's the High Priestess that we, for the new boys and girls, we always kind of see through to the lower level, the base layer. So, High Priestess, the intuition, this is what we want. Back and forth, give and take, hunky, joy kind of thing. Knight of Cups. This is the other shoe dropping. Notice that we've gone from the Page of Cups down here to the Nine of Cups up here. This is the other shoe dropping. This is what we want from your mate. Queen of Cups from the King of Cups of Stuttering Starmer. Interesting. Almost looks like a begging bowl to me, that one. The way she holds it, it looks like, come on. Hello. Can we focus, please? It's like, please, sir, I want some more. Which is nice. Conflict. Got to make a decision. Oh, here we go. This is the 4D chess. Here it comes. Five of Cups. There we go. Not as big as he thinks. Is now locked himself up. Painted himself in a corner. Other metaphors available. Magician. Trying to make something, manifest something in. Okay. Six of Cups. Going back to more of a traditional way it was. Oh, for goodness sake. So backpedaling is what we're getting here. Ace of Swords, speaking truth, truth, knowledge, wisdom. I feel like this is the press leaking the stuff that we had here with the surveillance record, if you remember. This is the outcome. This is the people realizing that there is nothing to this deal whatsoever. The whole shebang is just absolute rubbish. There is no depth to it. The truth is coming out that actually we've given away a lot and actually not got anything. And it's Sun card, happiest card in the deck. What's that one? Heavy burdens, Page of Pentacles. This feels like the Sun card. Feels like the other offer. A better offer. That may need to be clarified of who gets that offer. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Hawk Lady? No, we're not got Hawk Lady. Stop it. But we've got the Nine of Wands here, that defensiveness of we've painted ourselves in a corner. Now we've got like the wounded warrior. We've got to try and land this plane. Yeah. Overarching energy, taking the leap of faith. Ooh, new cycle. Hierophant, rules and regulations again. We had it over here, didn't we? No, where was it? It was one of. It's under there somewhere. It's under expensive cardboard. It's under there somewhere. The Hierophant. Once again, talking about the reciprocal thing, part of it. It feels like we've given a lot for very little. Where is that dinky deck? Dinky deck, hello. Right. Let's have a quick clarification of the Sun card, because the energy on the Sun card is off. Happiest card in the deck, illuminating, clear skies, especially with the leap of faith and all that beautiful things. Sun coming up twice, basically. However, yeah. Can we clarify the Sun card, please? Thank you. It's like, whose sunny disposition? Queen of Swords again. The truth of the matter. Oh, they're not seeing eye to eye. Yeah, where it actually gets to details, Mandelson screws it up. This is not gonna bode well. Seven of Swords, slimy, manipulative type thing. Queen of Swords, both times looking in opposite directions, not seeing eye to eye. You promised this, you promised that. No foundation. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles upright is basically the foundation of a cathedral. Not the full cathedral, it's basically the cathedral. It's like, look at the foundation. Aren't they great? Oh, this cathedral is going to be amazing when we get round to it. The blueprint is basically in the scroll there. It's like, oh, marveling at the Three of Pentacles. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. In reverse, there is no stability. There is no foundations. There is no nothing. And then Seven of Pentacles. Oh, we shouldn't laugh because it's us as well, isn't it? We shouldn't laugh. But, oh dear. Oh, stuttering Starmer, what have you done? Well, absolutely nothing. Say it again. Yeah. Let's cartoon clarity for that Seven of Swords, overarching energy. This is a blinder. This is an absolute blinder. Self-love, calm, panic. And then it's like trying to work out how we're going to make this happen with the saving card. Kind of what's in the resources, what availability have we got, what can we do to get out of this thing. But withdrawal, which is all about kind of rejection. Obviously, it's depicted by kind of quitting smoking, that kind of thing. But it feels like that realization, that rejection of in this case cigarettes, or it could be the deal, or it's like the rejection of what's actually going on. That's suddenly coming back. Yeah, sorry. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of people. I'm half tempted to see what the Indian UK trade deal is. Now I've done this one. Is it as bad? Let me cut the deck for the Kipper deck. Let's have a look. Official person, respect my authority. The journey keeps coming up. Lovers, great fortune, expectation, overarching energy, poverty. No, out in the cold. So, Starmer's like, Rachel Reeves and all that kind of stuff. They're all like, don't worry, lads. We got this. This is going to be amazing. We're going to start printing money now. Well, no, hopefully not. Metaphorically speaking. Don't worry, lads. And it's going to end up with poverty. Underlying energy, main female. Feels like Rachel Reeves go, oh, no. My Excel spreadsheet don't go that far in the red, in the minus. I can't. I don't know if it can go to that many decimal points. Love, calm down. But yeah, this is a general. This is. I'm so. If it wasn't so serious. You could like party all night on something like this. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy, kind of energy, you know. But this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be absolutely fantastic to watch. I am so excited to see how this goes. Because he's being all pompous about it. That's the thing. This is the beautiful thing, being all pompous and everything else, and now it's just going to go fizzle out. Because all the deception. Anyway, I think we're going to leave it here, all right? Oh, my, yes, under an hour reading. I know, it's shocking. The waffles have stopped. Bird's eye potato. No, product placement here. Thank you very much. But until next time where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, I think I will, at some point this week, if I've got time, to do the India UK trade deal as well. I know I'm going to be behind the times on it, but this feels as if there's something going on there as well, which is just get quick win, get lots of wins, and it's just going to fizzle out, you know? But anyway. And until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. See you later. Ta-ra.